Yeah, I don't. Come on, let's
He's
clap.
like,
Don't give
Tamiko
a damn.
said, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't. I don't give a damn. Good morning, guys. God bless. It's a Toxic Talk Thursday. It is Thursday, May the 30th, 2024. 58 minutes after the hour. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ, and the Queen, Miss Miko. The chat room is wide open, or you can call in. The number is 570-982-6950. As I say every morning, it's very robotic. Please like, share, follow, subscribe to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. We truly appreciate you. This is where you get your morning love. But most importantly, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. I'm glad right now at the moment there's no one in the chat room, so nobody heard that. Thank God. Cindy J, good morning. God bless. Jesus Christ. Young lady, if I say that one more freaking time, I'm going to smash my freaking head into the wall. But good morning, Cindy J. God bless. Looking well. How are you, young lady?
Good morning, Sean. I am doing great. Good morning to everybody listening. We have an amazing show for you today. We're going to get started with Senny Says, where I'm going to let you know what is going on in Hollywood and entertainment news. And we're also going to have Front Page News with Senny J, where I will let you know what is going on locally, nationally, and globally. So you want to make sure you stick around for that. Morning, Miss Miko, killing it in that pink top, girl. Good morning. Good morning to
Good morning,
you.
Cindy. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Sean. How are you today?
Morning. Good morning. Good morning.
It feels so good to be here with you guys on this Toxic Talk Thursday. Oh my God, you guys, I don't know about you, but I'm enjoying this spring, summer like weather all week. Just beautiful, except last night. It rained last night. But we have a great show for you guys today. So you definitely want to stay tuned. But first, let's get into this weather. Right now in the Lehigh Valley, where we broadcast live from, it is currently 58 degrees, going to a high of 71. It will be sunny the entire day. It's not going to be unbearably hot. It's going to be just a nice cool wind to whatever's going on outside. So wear a little light jacket, a little light sweater. New York City, same deal. It's currently 59, going to a high of 73. It will be partly sunny, but again, it's New York City. Get out and enjoy it. And before you do that, you want to stick with us, the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Like, comment,
Well,
share.
well, thank you, Miss Miko. Appreciate you. And you look beautiful as well. I want to say that I am truly blessed that I have two of these queens over here looking beautiful each and every morning while you guys tolerate my uh purple face and God bless. And it's just a great contrast because you got the two beauties over here and then the beast on the other side.
Oh my
Oh,
So
gosh.
Sean,
yeah, I am.
you
It's
don't have, you
no,
don't have to say that.
it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. I have accepted my fate. Thank God. Um, and before we get into the show, as a grown ass man, Cindy has mentioned, the plastic surgery thing or a Botox or whatever. Harvey's not doing that.
You could
Um,
actually do just a couple of units of some Botox, Sean. Tighten that thing right up.
Wait, what is he tightening up? What's going on?
If his face, because Sean laughs a lot. You're very expressive with your face. It can age it a little
whatever,
bit
whatever, Miss
more.
Miko.
I'm
You
looking. I
get
think
a
you
little
have a
half
very
a
handsome face.
get a little half a CC or something. Tighten it up a
Mm.
little bit over
Not
here.
yet,
Yeah.
son. I don't think he needs it yet. Not yet.
I
Uh,
think do a trial. Do a trial run.
Hmm.
uh, Thanks, guys. You're making me really feel.
Men get it too. Don't let the woman hog all the glory.
First of all, Harvey's not putting no semen in his face.
Not semen. Not
uh,
semen.
I think
uh,
it's like bull semen or something.
and I know of a few folks that take the Botox. You got to sit after you take your Botox. You got to sit there for like 4 hours and don't move your head because
You
if you
know
do,
men that do it?
I know a few folks that do that. Not no men, but I know a few women that takes the Botox,
Okay.
and then they
Are
got to
they like
sit
this all
down.
the time?
Yeah, right. And I don't want to be
I'm
like that.
having fun. What do you mean? I'm crying. Did you see my
No,
tears?
no, like I
So
wanted to
Exactly.
try it because one of my friends from high school was having like a filler party. That's what they're called, filler parties. And she works at like I think they're called, what is it, like a Medi spa. and like where people do that kind of things, and like her doctor was gonna come and do it, and they like price it out according to like the cc's or the units or how much they put in. I was thinking about going. You know, you can do your lips, you can do certain parts, you can get little fillers. So I thought it might be like a fun thing. Like, you know how people are having like little parties getting tattoos on each other? It's like the same thing.
I don't know, Cindy. I think you covered a story about a Medi spot in like San Diego somewhere or El Paso, Texas, where people were contracting HIV from those vampire facials. Do you remember that a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, that's not them. This is credited. He's a licensed doctor.
Oh, he's a real doctor. He didn't go to
school
and get a certificate. Okay.
Yeah. And then like we get champagne and stuff. Like it's cute.
Not the champagne. Champagne makes it worth it. Okay.
Good morning, only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? These two are talking nonsense over here. Please like, share, follow, subscribe. And why would you go to a get together where people got drinking champagne and getting a little touch up of Botox? That doesn't even sound right to me. But I guess that's cool, and the guy that's giving you the drinking champagne, giving you Botox, and now you walk out of there with an elephant's ear. Now, I want to start by saying
I don't think he drinks it, but go off.
Okay. First of all, before we start, I would love to see the hearts in the chat room right now. Where the hearts at? Remember, we should do that. Where the hearts at in the chat room? Hey, now, let's congratulate our beloved. Before we start, our Miss Miko, who announced on social media that her beloved daughter is having a baby. Her beautiful daughter. Who Cindy, we all, know. Well, we don't know her like that, but at least I don't. But I know her from, working at, when Miko had the club. A very genuine, beautiful young lady, a very well-respected young lady. And that's credited to you, Miss Miko, and your whole village over there. So I'm gonna yield my time to Cindy, but we would like to congratulate you and God bless you and your family on this bundle of joy that's about to hit this terrible earth in a few months.
I know.
No, I'm only joking about that part. We just want to say,
I don't know what Ari was thinking, but go off.
Like you said, Cindy, kids are overrated.
Kids are overrated, right. But no, this, hooray. No.
So we would like to say, Miss Miko, congratulations. The photos that your daughter that you placed on social media was absolutely beautiful. It was actually very creative. Cindy, you didn't. I'm assuming that was the baby father with his hands on the stomach, right?
Yes.
And Cindy, like you didn't.
A paid actor, no.
Or just in case it doesn't work out, you just see the baby father's hands.
No face, no case.
Period.
Right. So, Miss Miko, beautiful picture of your daughter. God bless your family. And congratulations. Cindy, few words to the Queen Miko before what's your thoughts?
Oh, I'm so excited. She already knows. I am so happy for her.
Auntie Cindy in the building.
You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for the baby to get here. The baking process is like the worst part. It's like takes so long. But no, I'm super excited. I can't wait. And I was actually surprised when I was talking to Miko about this, that she wants to be called grandma. Yes. And I just felt like, no, you never hear that anymore. It's so like antiquated, I feel. But shout out to her for taking on the title and role. And I know she is so super excited, and I'm so happy for them. It's perfect.
Well, Cindy, you know what? I give the Queen, Miss Miko, the utmost respect for that, because I'm a new grandparent, as you all know. My grandson is 7 months old, going on 8. And Cindy, I am called Grandpa. So, Miss Miko, I really respect whatever, Cindy.
Everybody calls Grandpa. It doesn't like it doesn't have a negative connotation. What do you want to be called? Pop?
I like Grandpa. I like that. That's fine. And Miss Miko saying, acknowledging the fact that she wants to be called Grandma, right? I
Yep.
think that is Miss Migos. Kenny's not going to do it because she's a natural born hater, but I will. I'm going to give you a round of applause for being identified as grandma because we do have an identification problem in this society today. I'm going to give
Right.
you a round of applause because you are grandma.
I did just give her
I
props.
am. I will be called grandma, not grandma, not big mama, none of that. It's grandma. Who's that?
Right.
That's
Not
grandma.
right.
Not
Right. Not
Nene,
your
not Nana, not
right.
Mm-mm. It's grandma.
Not
Grandma.
Miss Miko. Not your first name. None of that. Right.
Right. Right. Right. Right.
not not the baby calling you Miss Miko.
or even worse, Tamika.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So, Miss Miko, before we start, and let's congratulate Miss Miko, everybody in the chat room. How do
Thank you
you
guys. Thank
how,
you.
how do you feel? Becoming a grandmother.
I am. The love is different, Sean, and I know you feel it being a grandpa. That
Yeah.
love is freaking different. I ain't never met this baby, but I see that belly and I get butterflies and my heart starts to race, and I'm just so super excited. I can't wait to meet the little person. Super excited.
Little person. So cute. So
Well,
politically correct.
right.
Do you want a boy or a girl?
I want a granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My husband wants a grandson because
Of
he's like, I'm
course.
tired of all these women in this house, but we want a little girl. Team girl.
Damn girl. Aw,
Yep.
I think she's having a boy though.
You think it's boy?
I think it's a boy. But I would love a little girl. That would be so cute.
All right. So, Cindy, let's do an under over boy girl. It's only a 50% shot on that at 110 odds.
Oh,
See, what's the money line for you with the boy or the girl? See,
I'm gonna go with a boy. Just because the way her belly's shaped. It's scientific for me, not emotional.
right. I'm gonna jump on team Miko. I'm gonna go girl plus 500 SennyJ uh
Okay.
on the money line.
Okay.
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 Now,
Hey, I would take that bet.
thank you. Uh we could parlay it with if there's a twin coming or if Tamiko's daughter has another child within the next 4 years.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. That's asking for a lot. She was like, Ma, you're lucky with this one. Don't push it. So I
And
don't know.
and Miss Miko, one more question before we move on. How old, if you don't mind me asking, how old is your daughter again?
25.
So, Cindy, 25, I think is the right, that's right there. That's a great age, I believe, to have a child. I had my first child when I was 12 years old. So that was a little too early
Oh,
for me.
sure, shut up.
But Cindy,
He wasn't that far off, girl.
but Cindy, 25 is, I think it's just that right age to have a child. What's your thought on that, Cindy?
Yeah, I think 25 is like, if somebody's writing the book of life, that's like, the age you want to get married. She graduated school. So, she's into her career and it's a couple months, a few years after. So it's good. I had my daughter when I was 21. So,
Right.
that's when your body's supposed to be the most right and all that. So good
Right.
for her.
I had my first child when I was 17, going on 18. Miss Miko, how old was you when you had your first child?
You trying to get the age, honey. No,
Right.
no,
See,
no. No, no, no.
Cindy,
I
I
was grown.
almost,
You didn't Miss Miko's like Blanche Devereaux.
yeah, but Cindy, there was
Her
one
her
moment.
tombstone is gonna say I was here. No dates.
Folks in the chat room that's had a child, could you please, and welcome to the Shawnee Place on Earth where you get your morning start right. Folks in the chat room, can you, if you don't mind, can you type the age yours other than Miss Miko? Can you type your age when you had your first child, if you don't mind? Now, let's move on if you don't mind. Cindy, before you start, I want to uh, apologize.
Oh, okay, bring it
Um,
on.
I'm a grown man, and when I do something wrong, I'm gonna apologize.
What are you
And I'm
doing?
gonna have this young lady on the phone. D'Lo said she was 20 years old. I want to bring this young lady on the show next week to talk. I apologized on stage last night to her, and it's the DJ from the comedy show last night in Brooklyn at 275 Park. I host that room, SennyJ and Miss Miko. Like every I don't know, like every like every 7 or 8 weeks, like twice a month. Every other 8 weeks, I host the room. And last night we came in there, we had a great crowd, and it was a really nice show. But the DJ kept messing up on the cues. Like for example, when you call a comedian on, she didn't play the music, and she was on her phone.
Oh.
And there was a lot going on, and I was like, what's going on? Like, what's going on with the DJ? So I get on the stage, and I'm like, yo, you all right? Is everything fine? And blah, blah, blah. And I'm joking about it. And then I come back off the stage. People are laughing. And then Stephanie K shared with me, and she was screwing up bad, the DJ. And it was a woman. She was a young woman. She was about no more than 25 years old. I tell you, this was a young, and I'm going in on this shit.
Okay.
And Stephanie K, who's on our show here in the panel, she says, Shawn, I don't know if you know, but the DJ, this is her first time DJing a comedy show. And it's the first time she ever been to a comedy show.
Okay.
It was the first time that the DJ has never saw a comedy show in her life, and she's DJing a comedy show. And she had no clue on what was going on. Now, I'm going in on her, snapping and joking about, like, I'm asking her what's wrong, like, because I thought it was something seriously wrong with this woman.
You made her cry?
No, I did it in a loving way, of course.
Oh, yeah, I know your love.
Yeah, no doubt.
But if it's her first time showing, she should have been on the phone. She should have been on point, paying attention to what's going on. But carry on.
I would say, Miss Miko, I was saying all of that on stage in a loving, joking way, of course.
Oh my God!
But when I found out that it was her first time at a comedy show, and this first time DJing a comedy show, I got back on stage, Miss Miko, and I apologized to the DJ right there on stage because I felt so bad, because the fact that the DJ didn't tell me that it was her first time ever doing it, I thought that was a problem. Because Miss Miko, when I walked over to her when we was about to start the show, I'm giving her the game plan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving her a game plan. I'm telling her what's going on. This, that, like, because we're urban comedy, we usually do, we have DJs. And when I gave her the game plan, I just walked away because I just assumed that she knew what she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish the DJ would have said to me, Mr., Sir, Shawn, comedian, whatever, this is my first time ever doing this. And Miss Miko, I would have been like, all right, I got you. I got you. This is how things are done when DJ, because it's different from a DJ that DJs a party and DJ a comedy show. You have to kind of pay attention to what's going on in the room. And I knew something was wrong because she was a young woman. There was older folks in the audience. She's playing a lot of like trap music and music that young folks, enjoy. It's nothing wrong with that. But I'm like, why is this woman not reading the crowd? Why is she playing this music? and it all came out that it was her very first time. Now I'm on stage joking on her. And I, like I said, I apologize. And I'm gonna have this woman on next week, and I'm gonna apologize to her again because I thought that I was wrong. I was wrong for what I did, but I just didn't know, because I seriously thought that she was either going through something, ADHD was kicking in, because I just couldn't understand why this woman wasn't paying attention. So Ms. Miko, on the stage, when she was on the phone, I get on stage and said, I literally said to a grown-ass woman, put your phone down.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This is not how this works.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, why didn't she do her research? That's what Danielle Williams said. She should have did her research. She didn't communicate to anyone. It was her first time. She don't know what's going on. These young kids, they always got their phone in their hands. Go to TikTok. Go to YouTube, Google it, figure out how to DJ a comedy show. It's not like DJing a party. I'm not gonna give her a pass, Shawn, but carry on. I'm not gonna do it.
Interesting.
I
But
just want to know if she was crying.
Cindy, she wasn't crying. She came over to me. She was like, "No, you know what? I needed that, man. You did sound aggressive, but I know
I
you from
needed
New,
that.
I know
She
you
said,
from New
thanks,
York,
Unc.
and right." And then the comedians are joking on me, like they would get on stage and be like, Shawn just traumatized the DJ. She's gonna go to human resources now. She doesn't want to play music, like stuff like that." And I want to apologize to that young lady. I'm gonna have her on next week, but she should have just let me know, like, yo, this is my very first time ever doing this, and
For
I would
sure.
have just simply guided her through it, and we both could have shined. She had, I said to her, play an old school song, and she was going on YouTube.
To look at old school songs?
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god.
That is hilarious. She
Uh,
literally typed in old school.
yeah, and then the old school song that she came up with was Biggie Small, like a Biggie Small song.
Not 90, not 95.
And I'm like, no,
You're like,
like,
no, go
95.
back farther. 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 He
yo,
was
I'm
only
like,
born in 93, Shawn. I mean, what do
yeah,
you
I'm
want her
like,
to do?
no, but I'm just saying, like, give me some before I let go. Look at the crowd.
You gotta say play the music your parents played at cookhouse when you was a kid.
Well,
Got you.
yeah. Well, my
That's
thing
what
is,
you would say though.
who hired her? Don't you guys have like a resident
Now,
DJ
now,
or
now, that's a good
somebody
question. Now
on backup? Somebody on
that's a
backup?
good question. Cindy, it was one of the people who work at 275 Park recommended his cousin. And a lot of times we gotta stop that. We do it all the effing time.
Right.
We know our cousins ain't shit. Like they're not that good.
Right.
Why do we recommend them? Like sometimes we gotta stop doing that. I know you love your cousin and I know you love your brother, but if they don't have the skill set, wait till they get the skill set, then recommend them because it's detrimental to the person. I don't know if they're gonna hire this woman back again.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, not till she gets more comedy under her belt.
Mm-hmm.
And put the phone down. Like, oh my God. Like literally I'm on stage, telling jokes and I see her off to the side on her phone.
Right.
And I'm like, I stopped. I said, listen, you can't do that when when you're doing a show. But she came up to me after the show and she said, thank you so much for these pointers. I really need to hear that. But man, all that could have been avoided if she would have just told me that this was the first time she's ever done it. But I'm gonna have her on next week. I still want to apologize to this young lady because I did go in a little bit too much on her. And I say all I want to say. I apologize. And if you don't know a particular skill set, the dumbest question is the one you don't ask. Just say something. Because Miss Miko, I walked over to her and I looked at this woman. She was a young woman. Can't be no more than 30. But I looked at her like she was a DJ for 15, 20 years. I went right into the language. I went in right into, what I
She's
wanted.
like,
What the DJ wanted. We're gonna start in 3 minutes. When I start, play a song because she was doing all throughout the show. When I called comedians on, she wasn't playing no music, so it was like that dead spot.
and that's
It was
weird
no,
to get. It's weird for them to get started with that because the energy is low with the crowd. That's
yeah.
weird.
Right.
All right. So to this young lady, whoever you are, I apologize. I got your information. I'm gonna call you, and I want you to come on the show if you don't mind. All right, Sydney, what you got? And welcome to the show, guys. Toxic Talk Thursday. Mr. Harvey just apologized. How about that?
You don't see that every day.
That's right. And that's another thing, Miss Miko. No one apologizes for nothing no more.
No, they
Yeah.
don't.
They'll
Nothing.
just ghost you.
They don't.
Yeah, so that's nice, Shawn. I accept on her behalf because
Thank
I'm sensitive and I'm sure she cried when she got home. The one thing because that's what I do when the cameras are off on this show. But yeah, I got a thick skin now. I don't cry anymore. Like, not as hard. This is something that has been going around social media, and it is Toxic Talk Thursday, and it is something I've always said has been a point of contention, you know, especially for men and their sexual discipline.
Uh-oh.
And now, you know, we have scientific evidence to back it up. And maybe Shawn, you might have some insight on this. However, it is being said
What?
that men watching pornography as well as masturbating all the time will eventually lead to erectile dysfunction. It is important to be it has come out in Psychology Today where they are saying it is important to be mindful of the potential negative effects that excessive pornography consumption and masturbation can have on your overall well-being, including penis function, mental health, as well as your cardiovascular system. Consistently engaging in these unhealthy habits can result in erectile dysfunction and a decreased sensitivity to sexual stimulation or stimuli. So it's also might be the reason why, you know, they tell a lot of athletes not to engage in sexual activity before big social competitions, your strength, power. A lot of spiritual people have said that that's men's I don't know, like their source of power within themselves, you know, is your is sperm retention. So, you know, men out there, maybe, you know, it's not an activity, you know, that you should be engaging in, including the fact that it's not real. And it, you know, it can lead to desensitivity with women, you know, if that's how you think that they want to be treated. So look into it, you know, science, if that's something that takes a hold of your life.
Welcome to the show, guys. The only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature wake up team with the two queens, SennyJ and Miss Miko. I want to see the hearts in the chat room right now. Remember we used to do that? Where the hearts at in the chat room? Hey, turned down for what? I want to bring it back. I'm going to supersede Cindy's decision on the shout outs, and I think maybe we might want to bring that back. I missed the shout out. That's another issue, but I want to see the hearts in the chat room. Where the hearts at in the chat room? Hey, turned down for what?
Okay.
Cindy, okay. All right, listen. I mean, what you're saying is, I think we already know. For a man that used to watch pornography back in the day, you can get caught in the grips of pornography. You got to be careful with it. Is it the stress reliever for men? Yes. I think that's some of the contributing factors of men. If we talk, and women as well, but let's stick with the men. I think the contributing factor of the increase in porn addiction is the fact that it's so easily accessible. You know, back in the day, you had to go to the video store. You know, like it was a lot of, you know, you had to put the work in to get your porn. Back in the day, you literally had to go somewhere. Like you had to get dressed, go somewhere, pick up your porn,
and wear a trench coat, sunglasses, and a hat.
Yeah,
and put it in a brown paper bag.
Right, and then you know they back in the day they had jerk off rooms and all of that.
Oh,
But you had to.
The germaphobe and Miss Miko can't stand it.
Yeah, in the 80s, Miss Miko, in the 90s, a lot of jerk off rooms. So you had to put an effort in to your masturbation. And porn, you ain't even believe, even way back in the day, there were movie theaters with porn. I mean, I'm sure you guys heard of that, but they have porn movie theaters. And you could go in there and do all kind of weirdness. And then now the mobile device has contributed to the escalation of porn addiction, because now you don't have to get dressed up and go somewhere to get, to pleasure yourself. You can it's literally in your hand. So
Literally.
literally. So I think that plays a big part in the addiction part of pornography, that is so easily accessible right now, right to you. Now, that's one thing. Two, desensitize of porn. Yes, if it goes to that level where you're banging one out 2, 3, 4 times a day, I'm for sure that there's some residual effects with it. When I was caught in the grips of porn, I was losing my mind with that whole situation. But at the same time, it was a refuge, because especially with men, I think women causes porn addiction as well. There's a lot of women here in society that, they want a particular man, or men ain't this and men ain't that, or we're not qualified. And men have been in bad relationships with women, or women have cut us off, but when you sit in the room and you bang one out, you don't have those problems no more.
What?
Why, Bill? What men, I'm telling you, men are like, yo, okay, I'm not gonna argue with this bitch no more. I'm gonna go in the back and bang one out, and I'm good. And once you keep banging them out, the woman becomes less insignificant in your life. So they go like, porn will mess up relationships. It does. But women have a contributing factor with men and porn addiction. I'm not blaming it on women. Obviously it's the person.
Where it's a
But
contributing
when
factor.
I know you guys say life be life, and when life be lifing, men will go to the corner somewhere, especially if they're single, or they're even if they're in relationships. They're gonna go to the corner, and they're gonna bang one out. But men, you got to be careful, because if you bang out too many and you reach a threshold, it becomes addictive, and it does desensitize you from relationships with your woman or whatever. So yes, there is a serious porn addiction out here, and that's some of the contributing factors with how men react to society. And because it's so easily accessible, you could just bang one out whenever you want because of your device. Cindy's right. Is it real? I don't think I think it's all acting. There might be, some reality in porn, like when two people have sex and they put it online. And that's another thing. There's
It's not real.
now some porn is real. And then there's another thing about porn. You can actually, now you can make money. Just make money, with porn.
Right.
There's women and men who are on sites, on porn sites, and they, they do whatever sexual activity they want, and people give them money. So that contributes to the porn addiction as well. And then I think the porn addiction is one of those silent killers, like one of those silent addictions, because I was addicted to drugs. You all know that. And you can tell someone most of the times that are addicted to drugs, sometimes just physically or their behavior. When you're addicted to porn, it's not a lot of people that jump up and go, I'm addicted to porn, man, I can't stop. Because they're embarrassed.
I'm addicted to porn, man. I can't
Yo,
stop.
I'm
They run
addicted.
around like this, Shawn.
Yo, I can't stop jerking off. It's
Well,
so it's
do guys talk about it? Do you like? Is it something like, how do guys get so wrapped into porn? Is it because I feel like adolescents are exposed to porn at the same time. It's that age, people start talking about sex, or people seeing certain material and showing it to you. But it seems like little boys get hooked on it more. and it
No,
becomes like a thing, like as an adult? Is that what y'all do, talk
yeah,
about
I
that?
think, yeah, the curiosity when you're a younger boy, kills the cat. You watch porn, you get addicted to it. Then you kind of like let that go, and then you go on with life. And then I think more adult men, like from the age of 25 to 75, I think it affects men now because, like I said, the easy access of porn.
Right.
So yes, is porn addiction running rampant? Yes. Do men have conversations with each other about porn? No. None of my friends. See, I don't even know if any of my friends are even addicted to porn or watching it because it's almost like a taboo thing. Like a dude's not gonna come to me,
Miko, we're like, what?
yo, jerked off 4 times a day. Like you don't hear like those conversations.
Well,
Because I think that because of this addiction, no one wants to talk about it. I think almost everybody on earth is probably watching porn, but nobody's saying it.
no.
Now, I'm just saying. And I think that that's one of the contributing factors. Now, for a person who, used to watch porn, I talked about this 1,000 times on this show. Porn is like
I,
drugs. You
I
gotta
don't think you
stop.
talked about your porn addiction on here.
Oh, well, not this year? Okay, I haven't talked about it this year. Okay. Now,
How bad was it, Shawn? Every
well,
day?
in the day, I thought it was bad enough for me to stop. I was like, yo, I was like, whoa,
Not
yeah,
whoa.
like,
Whoa. Not
like,
whoa.
You know
like,
what? Never mind. I don't want to know.
yeah,
I
no,
don't want to know how you got started. I don't know.
yeah, it was
I don't
bad.
know.
Like for me, it was like, I would look, man, it's 1 p.m. Let me bang one out. Like it was.
You know what time it is?
Not
Sean was
You
banging.
running
know
to the
what?
bathroom with a newspaper.
And a
So,
magazine.
so those when you get to that point, then you gotta know, like, you gotta make a conscious decision. You got and what I did, you gotta stop. Like it's just like drugs. You gotta stop watching it. Gotta stop. You gotta get into a mindset to where I can't watch this no more.
Right.
And then, like with anything else in time, you start to heal, and then you go on with your life. Does it cause erectile dysfunction? I don't know about that. I don't know if
Well,
porn.
one urologist does note that he has seen penile abrasions, Pyrenees disease, which is scarring and curvature, and bloody discharge by people excessively masturbating.
Okay. See again, like wow, now I know now that's crazy. I never been to that point of that, but
But
abrasions and
this is what we can get to.
And we
So
ain't
I
mad at
can
no curves now, ladies.
don't be mad at no curves. He did
No mad at
especially
no curves.
he made that specially for you. It has
right,
taken years of pleasure.
right, and
That
it
thing is
can, and look, Stephanie's in the chat room. Stephanie, I talked about apologizing to the DJ. I don't know if you heard that. And yes, it can affect your relationships. Of course, it can. Like you bang out 2 or 3 a day, and then your lady come home, and it's like you're looking at her like, I'm good.
That's what
there's
happens.
a lot of
Unfortunately,
women
yeah.
who don't care that their man watches porn because they're like, oh, well, at least he's home and he's not out, and who cares? It's just porn. But to me, I just maybe like every once in a while to maybe like, get you there or get you started. But if you're like, because there are some guys who watch porn and don't even like masturbate, they just watching it. Like, I don't know, like that to me is just uncomfortable. Like, I don't know if you have a healthy relationship with sex, and it just makes me want to dig deep more into why why you want to be in that state of stimuli all the time. Like, I don't know, but that's y'all thing. So
And
I'm gonna listen to the men. I don't know why they need to do that, but
and again,
I'm glad you got
ladies,
over that, Shawn.
and late, thank you. Uh, uh,
And that's why you're a happy married man right now.
uh, I knew, Miss Miko, my porn addiction was getting bad when I started masturbating to the weather lady on the news in the morning. When she was
Sean,
giving the weather,
it's too
when she was
early. Stop.
when she was giving the weather, I was like, all right, let me
There were
bang one
no
out.
sexy weather ladies back in the day, Sean. None.
This,
Now,
this was last
yeah.
week.
Back then, no.
But Miss Miko, it doesn't matter. Like it's not the sexy, it's not the appearance part. The women could have fat ass. That could be it. She could be ugly as hell. Could have fat ass. She could have lips, legs. It doesn't. When it comes down to addiction like that, it doesn't really matter how they look. Sometimes it goes deeper than that with men. But like I said before, women, and I don't want to use this as an excuse because it's all about the man. He caused this addiction. But women these days, I think, are driving men more to pornography because of a lot of the rhetoric, and I will use SennyJ's word, a lot of propaganda. A lot of women out here don't need men, and men ain't this and men ain't that. So men will sit there, go, all right, cool. This bitch don't want me, I'll go jerk off. And I'll just go on with my life. So women, be careful with that as well, because I think there's a small percentage of women that drive men to masturbation. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. The man actually makes the final decision on that. But when you're a woman and you have this relationship with this dude and you're pain in the ass and you threaten him and he doesn't feel like loved in the crib, a lot of men will go with the pornography, to get it off, and they just go on with their day.
Mhm.
So ladies, be careful with that as well.
So you still
And,
don't feel that leads to erectile dysfunction?
excuse me?
You don't feel that leads to erectile dysfunction? Jerking off too much?
Yeah, I mean, well, Cindy just said that the doctor said that there was
No,
these
because you said
severe.
you don't think so. I just wanted to know
No,
your thoughts.
she said that there's these severe cases. And fellas, if you got these, like, if you bruising your penis and you're jerking off, I mean, that's a problem. What is wrong with you? Now, if you didn't get to that point, then I don't know if they got Porn Anonymous or help groups or 1-800 porn. Like
They do.
you
Well,
gotta
you
you
have to
gotta
go to
change your
therapy
whole
for
life.
sexual addiction. Yeah, they have to go to therapy for sexual
Okay,
addicts.
therapy for sexual. If you got to do that, then do it, because this is serious. And like I said, it's the mobile devices that do it. It's so easily accessible that I think that's driving the porn addiction
Right.
in this country. So
Okay.
try your best, guys, to stay away from that. And if I think it should be a treat, like Cindy said, like maybe one night you and your loved one is together at home and you're about to bust a nut. Maybe that might be a
Did you
good
say
time to
bust a nut, Sean?
bust a nut.
I don't, are you allowed to say that?
Yeah, bust a nut. So
Yo, you bugging me.
before you bust a nut, or you wanna, whatever, before you bust a nut, you might want to throw on some porn or whatever, and that might enhance the thing. I don't know. And,
It's whatever you're into.
right. So if you wanna enhance your sexual spirit, there's nothing wrong with a man going to his woman and say, "Yo, let's throw this porn on, and we can both get to where we need to be faster." It has nothing against the woman or the man. I think it's part of the sexual, experience. So if you want to, sometimes porn gets you to bust that nut faster, and that's it.
That sounds so
If he
nasty.
tells me to throw on some porn.
Oh my
Well, you
God.
know what is the big thing with porn, right? It's okay, well, what do you want me to type in? You just don't throw on regular porn. It's like, what type of porn are you watching?
Yeah.
Too. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? If you're
right.
watching the whole stepmom and son thing,
Well,
or you're watching, or
or
you're what if your man wants to throw on some guy and guy stuff that gets him where he going? It's just you find out a lot about a person by the type of porn they watch, and I think that's why a lot of people don't talk about this.
right,
And this is
right.
something that
There
is
you
like
go.
I agree.
Right.
If you over here talking about throwing some porn, I'm gonna be like,
So then I ask you this question, Cindy, what type of porn do you like to watch?
I don't watch porn, Sean.
So if you did watch it, if all of a sudden
I
it
would
was,
type in heterosexual couple. I would type in heterosexual normal couple in love. That would be my Pornhub search. I want a nice little story, like he took her out for ice cream and then brought her back to the house, and then they went on a couple of dates. And then I need that. I don't want, you know, a plumber coming in and, you know, he's shoving the plunger up somewhere. Like I don't want that. I need something more. I need a story for me. That's not gonna get me where I need to go.
You need characters and a cast.
What's the backstory? Where are these people from? You know, why did you choose that underwear and panties? Like I need to know more.
See, I might need like black on black, like gangbang 27. You know what I'm saying? You get BBW, BBC, anal sunshine. Like we gonna date. Miss Miko,
put on the Notebook for me, and it'll get me there. I'll be like, ooh, I'm ready right now.
Yo, you're not watching porn. That's a Lifetime series. Fuck out. Miss Miko,
can we put on Titanic? We can fast forward to the naked drawing part.
Like open your mouth with lipstick on. Miss Miko, what type of porn do you like to watch?
I don't watch porn anymore.
But if you did,
it was ebony porn.
Oh, okay, Miss Miko. Now you don't watch it anymore. Now you got saved.
So you used to watch porn? Miss Miko, you used to watch porn?
All
right, let's clap, man. Come on, let's clap.
Were you addicted, Miss Miko?
I wasn't addicted, but I watched it with my husband.
See, there's nothing wrong with that. How often was you guys watching porn on the turn up?
I don't remember none of that, Sean. I don't remember none of that.
Right.
That's enough of that, Sean. Now you know that's enough of that.
Now, Cindy, see, here's your problem. You might need to start watching a little bit. Cindy, I say this, when the show's over this morning, why don't you go on Pornhub or whatever, bang, and watch a porn, and why don't you just start from there, Cindy? How about that?
Get and rub one out, Cindy.
And rub one out, Cindy. Why not? Why not rub one out, Cindy? Put a number one.
No, none of that.
Put a number one in the chat room if you think Cindy should rub one out. Put a number two if you think.
Don't ask this chat room that. These are not the people to ask.
Ladies in the chat room, what category of porn you watch, and should SennyJ bang one out after the show? Miss Miko, before we continue on, do you think Cindy should watch porn this morning and bang one out?
I second the motion, Sean.
I clap. Let's clap, Miss Miko.
Y'all better stop. I'll post. Stop. I'll post my search in the group chat.
Yeah, Cindy, Miss Miko, let's give her some recommendations. Cindy, I think you should go straight. Like you can go BBC, Ebony BBC.
I get to see now.
And Cindy, I want you to do an Ebony BBC, like two BBCs, one Ebony. Like I think you need.
Whoa, threesome.
Yeah, I think you need to see two BBCs, right?
Not Cindy say, a threesome.
Yeah.
Not two BBCs.
Right. Okay. But Cindy, I want you to take it to the end.
To do it nice. I want them to do it nice. I don't like when it's
Cindy.
Do it nice.
Cindy.
Do it gentle.
Cindy.
Brush your hair.
SennyJ.
I want to see them go wash his hair first.
Seneca. Porn's not nice. Look at my face. Porn's not nice, Cindy.
I'm gonna find a nice one.
I want you to do a matter of fact, since you're a revolutionary, I want you to do two BBCs and a white chick with a fat ass.
Look at her face. She stopped.
Get right into
it.
Cindy,
All right, I'll let you know what I
Cindy,
can find, but it's gonna have a storyline.
Cindy, with the sperm deposit on the forehead. Let's clap.
Uh-uh. I know. Like I
Too
just
much,
said,
Shawn. You go too far all the time. You go too far.
keep it nice. I want them. Can they get her a
Well,
towel
Cindy
after?
J, Cindy J, and Miss
Can they
Miko
get her a
noticed. I don't
warm?
even
Get her a warm rag, wipe it off her forehead.
Cindy. See, Miss Miko playing. She playing.
If
She
she do
know
it right, it
porn's
wouldn't
not.
even make it to the forehead, but that's another story.
Whoa.
I'm gonna hit up Miss Miko after this show.
I'm done.
I'm gonna hit her up for the ones to watch.
All right, I'm
Ladies,
done.
ladies in the chat room, if you don't mind, could you guys inbox or in the chat room here direct Cindy J to some decent porn for her to watch this morning so she can
Not
bang
this
one out?
morning.
Cindy, there's nothing wrong with morning. I don't like I said, I don't do it no more. But Cindy, there's nothing wrong with morning porn. See, I think you should do. I think you should do a 9:15er. It ain't gonna last long. A couple of minutes, and you never know, Cindy. It might be something you might need.
It might be. It might be. And I'll give it a little treat for
Stephanie
myself.
K says Cindy's a Scorpio. It gets crazy over there. Okay. Look at that. She said it gets crazy.
Maybe I should hit you up for some porn selections. Stephanie's a little chatty about this porn topic in the chat.
Yeah, I think that.
Shout out to ambassador in the chat room, Vanetta George, who said she likes to watch gay men porn.
There you go.
Okay,
All right, let's
Vanetta, did I get you there, girl?
All right, let's
I don't know
clap.
about that, but okay. To each his own.
We are not here to kink shame. Go ahead.
Exactly. And this is what I'm saying.
This is the biggest space.
Safe space.
The ambassador in the chat room, could you immediately inbox Cindy some of your gay porn or direct it to that site? Miss Miko, can you give her your, BBCs? I'll send Gangbang 2003. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think this would be a good look for you, Cindy.
Oh my God. You guys are
What else you got before we go?
You guys are
Miss
freak
Miko,
nasties.
Miss Miko, what you got going on over there? Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Wake Up Team, with the Queen, Cindy J, and the Queen, Miss Miko. Go ahead, Miko.
I was just going to talk about what's going on in air travel because you guys know your girl love to be in the air. And I was just going to talk about safety tips because last week, Singapore Airlines, they actually dropped over 200 feet mid-flight without warning. And actually a man died from a heart attack from that. And those that were not strapped in with a seatbelt, they were injured. They went airborne, hit the overhead bins, fell on the floor, broken bones, bleeding nose. It was crazy. And then recently on Monday, Memorial Day, folks was coming home from Jamaica on a Spirit Airlines, and the captain said, "Prepare for a water landing." I don't know if you guys saw that clip, but people were in the cabin freaking out. They were praying. They were putting on their vests. So you guys, my tips today is about being safe on the airline. I know fly, and then now on top of that, we had the lady that got kicked off the plane because she didn't want to agree to sit in the exit row. These are things that are put in place for our safety. So I want you guys to pay attention to the flight attendant. I know they're wah, 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 wah. Cindy's usually sleeping by the time they get on. So am I. I get on the plane, I close my eyes, and I'm like, it is what it is. But please, guys, you have to pay attention to the flight attendant. You have to buckle up to keep you and your family safe. I took a trip. I seen a mom and her kid. They were running up and down, up and down, up and down. Sit that kid down in the seat and put that seatbelt on because it just takes 1 second for the plane to just do a deep dive because it hit some type of cloud pocket. And then, whoa, you're a millionaire. You didn't sue American Airlines. Strap your kids up in the damn seat and stop having them run back and forth. The next thing I want you guys to do is always keep your seatbelt on regardless of what's going on mid-flight. Do not, even if you get to use the bathroom, go back to your seat, put the belt on, strap up. If you choose to sit in a designated exit row, which is one of my favorite rows because I like to stretch out, and they come and say, are you going to help people? Don't make any jokes. Just say yes. Even if you're not going to help people, they don't have to know that. But just say yes. If you're in the exit row and you want the extra row, say yes. If you're not going to help people, don't say no. Just say yes, because they will ask you to move, or they will lock you up and kick you off the plane like they did that grandma that was going to get her grandson from school. So you guys, please, when you're on the flights, stay buckled up, because that Jamaica thing just hit close to me, because I'm like, yo, I'm always back and forth to Jamaica. What if that was my plane talking about some water landing? What am I going to do? I can't even swim. That was crazy. So that was Miss Miko's tips.
Well,
thanks, girl.
welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning start right. How many times have I said on this show? Well, I used to say, if the world come to an end, I'm just going to run out there butt ass naked and jerk off.
What?
And this is the same thing. What is wrong with you people? Miss Miko, God bless you. Thanks for sharing. Don't listen to the flight attendants. Don't
listen to the flight attendants.
It's
for your safety, people.
It's a total waste of time. And I'll tell you why. The flight attendant get on and I guess by law or procedure, they got to give us all this information. And some of us are listening to it, and some of us, we just don't discard it. And then in the air, if you ever put a number in the chat room, if you hit some turbulence, everything goes out the window. You don't think about the procedures. The seatbelt, and I say this respectively to the Queen, Miss Miko, and SennyJ as well. That seatbelt ain't gonna save your life, bro. When that plane is going down, take the seatbelt off and just be free, because it's time to meet Jesus.
I ain't taking nothing off. I'm just sitting there for a cry.
Listen, I'm taking mine off and I'm running through the aisles because I don't want to sit and die. I want to run and die. Number two, people in first class, but I'm going to yield my time in a minute. People in first class, you never hear a plane crash and folks in first class survive. Everybody goes, okay? They're the first ones to go. And the third point I want to make is this. So these are my 2 points. You're not surviving the crash of the plane. It's not going to happen. The seatbelt's not going to help you.
Survived plane crash.
Nobody survives.
Nobody. People have
what
survived.
What about that guy that landed the plane on the Hudson?
That landed in the Hudson.
Okay, one out of, I give you that. 1 out of 300 crashes. I get it. So look at the odds on that. That's plus 700. Matter of fact, that's plus 2,000.
I can't.
Number two, y'all got to stop with this Spirit Airlines and all this crap. When you're on a plane, why do you guys forget this? I don't care what airline you on. It could be Spirit or United, whatever it is. When you're in that seat and that plane is on that tarmac and it's on runway 7 and it starts going down that runway, and you feel the thrust of the plane pause, and you feel the power, and that plane is hitting that runway at 200 miles an hour, and it's about to take off, and we all felt the plane leave the ground. At that moment, you don't give a damn what airline you want.
I don't.
You don't. When that plane goes, and you do this, and then it goes up, and then it does this. And you're looking at the ground, and you only 1,000 feet from the ground, and you know you're dying if something happens. You're not thinking about what airline you on.
You're not.
Y'all need to knock that off. Okay, some airlines are worse than others with charges and bags. No, I get that. All the planes are still the same. They just, the commercial airlines are all still the same. I mean, I know they got upgraded planes, but the regular ones that we fly every day to Miami and Jamaica and all, they're all the same plane. It's just, they're covered with different emblems.
Yeah. It came from the same manufacturer. They just wrapped it different. It's a different name on the side.
Yeah, just stop. Everybody stop it. The point, how many times have I said on this show before I yield my time to Cindy, The primary purpose is to get from point A to point B alive. The instructions don't work, everybody. When the flight attendants, they even some airlines, they show the movie of the instructions. You know, we're not watching that. We're not paying attention. Don't worry about it. Because when that turbulence hit and that bump hit, and God forbid the plane loses control and it's spiraling at 10,000 feet and you're about to, die a fiery death, you're not worrying about that seatbelt. This is what you're going to do. You are going to shit in your pants. You get your last little moments in, and then that's it.
Yeah, I pee a little. Anytime we hit crazy turbulence, just a little bit. It's just a little bit. I get scared. That's my defense mechanism. Just a little bit. It happens.
How many times have I said on this show? How many times have I said on this show? We're not even supposed to be flying. That's something we invented. We're not supposed to be flying. We made that up. We invented flying to get us to where we need to go. You don't even think that's weird. Human beings are not supposed to be in the air. The birds and those guys are supposed to be in the air, not us.
Human beings can be in the air in airplanes. That's what they were invented for. So yes, we can be in the air.
Well, we
don't have wings. We are not supposed to be in the air.
But we have minds that got us there.
Exactly. So, and with those minds that got us there, don't be mad when it goes wrong and the time for us to, expire. Because we made that. You just want to get from point A to point B. That's all. Those instructions are not going to help you because when things are going crazy with that plane, the last thing you think about is, oh my God, where's the oxygen tank? They tell you how to put, they even tell you, they got the nerve enough to tell you that there's a life preserver in the bottom of your seat. Are you serious? Planes going down at 600 miles an hour, 30,000 feet. You gonna think you have the whereabouts to look underneath your seat and put something on?
Save yourself!
That's why they had them people put it on beforehand. Because they were like, we don't know, so let's give y'all some time.
And that's why you gotta pay attention when you get on the plane.
Exactly. I mean, yes. But the thing is, majority of people are gonna panic. Also, will it work or not? Yeah, but you do have some of those people that are tactical thinkers that do think quick on their feet, and if they can at least save themselves, then they can, hopefully help somebody else. And and sometimes planes don't even crash; they just have like really bad turbulence or lose oxygen, and you over here.
When the plane crashed
out because you don't know how to use something as simple as the oxygen thing. Right. So I
think
sometimes when I'm bored or we're waiting there on the tarmac and
you do not, Senny. Do not say you sit there, you read the pamphlet. You do not, Senny.
Listen, I have read many a pamphlet. It's almost like when you're in the bathroom and you're taking a poop and there's like an old magazine in there or whatever. You start reading it. You start reading the Band-Aids or whatever. And you're just sitting there pooping. That's what I've done. And I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And then I was like, wow, how does that turn into a life preserver? Made me want to check it out. So when everybody else got off the plane, I wanted to stay behind because I wanted to take an extra look at these mechanics that you never really get to see. I think it would be more helpful if we actually got a demonstration, like we could actually look.
They give you a demonstration, Cindy, but you're sleeping.
Okay, then I asked this question to you guys. And
I'd be two shots of Hennessy in already. I don't.
Right.
And I come to while we're deboarding, I'll read it.
Right. And to Tracy Ray's point, and he makes a valid point that humans shouldn't be flying or driving or whatever. We shouldn't. We shouldn't be. That's why we have all these accidents and we unfortunately a lot of us pass away. But let's go back to who's the most. I said, then come on, boys and girls. I got a question for you. Who's the most experienced person on the plane when it's flying? Everybody.
The pilot.
Right. And when the plane crashed, he don't survive either. He's done.
Oh my God.
Even all his procedures Have you go listen? I don't know if you guys ever did. I've done this, and I'm gonna tell on myself right now. Go to YouTube, type in plane crashes.
Nope, I'm not doing it. Absolutely not.
Cindy,
Absolutely not.
type in plane crashes and
Absolutely
listen
not.
to what
I
these
will
people.
not.
Cindy, listen to what these people are saying.
Nope.
The city, the pilot, you hear everybody in the plane. You know what you hear? You don't hear everybody, please put their seatbelt on, blah, blah, blah. You know what you hear when plane crashes? You hear, ah!
No.
I think there's probably more like successful plane landings than we probably hear about happening.
For sure.
But I mean, it is crazy. But you should pay attention at least a little bit. But I never like to sit in the exit row. I never want to be responsible for nobody.
I always sit next row. I love
I
it.
think and I mean it's good because it has the extra leg space, but
Mhm.
I think that they should put trained professionals there. Like that's where the stewardess should sit. Like they're sitting back there in some jump seat or whatever. Nah. Y'all need to be
Because
sitting
they getting the hell out of there.
right. Like, no, y'all need to be sitting right here where this exit is, where if we gotta go, that's where the stewardess should sit, the marshals, all of the people that is important to the plane.
They
Sit
stopped
right
the air
there.
marshal program. They're not on the planes anymore.
Miss
Oh,
Miko, is there somebody
that's
from
why there's
Australia?
problems like this.
Miss Miko, could you look? Is there somebody from Australia tuning in this morning, if you don't mind? All right, guys, listen, do whatever you got to do when you're flying on a plane, but know that you are in the, you're at the mercy of an engine and you're in a capsule that's going 600 miles an hour at 30,000 feet. Let's please keep that in perspective. That's all I'm saying. Ain't no seatbelt gonna help you. Ain't no oxygen mask gonna help you if that plane crash at 30,000 feet. Now, you guys are right. There could be you can use it if there's, the plane goes off the runway, and we don't want none of that to happen to us, but we hear about it a lot. So please, whoever your higher power is, whoever you pray to, just keep that connection going while you're in air. That would be my suggestion. That's what I do. Because every time I get on a plane, I go, is this my time? This is it? Oh, it's not it. Okay, I'm gonna keep it pushing.
Do you think like that when you're on a plane? I get on a plane and I say a prayer. I don't say, is this my time?
I go, is this it? Okay, this is not it. We continue on.
This is not
and
it.
That's another thing. That's another thing. Folks always, and it's the right thing to do. I think more people pray before the flight than the instructions. I think that should be the way to go. Because at least you're in a state of mind where, unfortunately, you're accepting what's happening at the moment. And no damn seatbelts. Knock it off with the seatbelts. You're right. When flying in the plane, there's turbulence. When the pilot goes, hey, listen, you got to put your seatbelt on. Yes, follow instructions, of course. But God forbid, if something's going down, and I don't want none of us to be, oh my God, it's just a horrific situation. I ain't worried about no seatbelt. Go ahead, Cindy.
Yeah, until you guys are spinning. That's what the seatbelt is for.
All right,
until you're spiraling down to your watery death, Shawn. Keep everybody together. In case you are found in the fuselage, you won't have brain damage.
Fuselage?
Maybe you can swim to shore. That's what.
And like you guys already know, I have accepted my faith already at this elderly age I'm in. Yo, I talk about it all the time. Miss Miko, the plane goes down, and I say to Cindy all the time, and we're spiraling down on a vertical kind of 600 miles an hour. We're gonna hit the water, and we're done. Guys, I say it all the time. I'm looking out the window. I'm not gonna panic. I'm like, all right, this is it. And I'm not. There'll be no yelling and screaming. I'm gonna just enjoy the ride. It was good, and that's it. We're done.
I'm weak.
The number one chat room. If you built like Harvey, go ahead, Cindy.
No, that's it. I'm done.
Okay. Miss Miko, you got anything?
No, just the last word.
Oh yes, girl, say it.
All right, go ahead. And guys, be careful when you're flying on those planes. And it don't matter again what airline you on. Knock it off. They're all the same planes. They painted different.
That's it. That's all it is.
And I pray that if you're flying anytime soon, that you get from point A to point B alive. That's the mission statement. And don't forget that. Don't worry about these flights that's charging extra money or hidden fees or you feel inadequate because you fly in Spirit instead of United or American.
I think
That
Stephanie K said that the Spirit pilots get their license. They don't have pilot license. They got GEDs.
yeah, but Stephanie
K is crazy.
but Stephanie
it
wrote,
could be the caliber of people that they have operating the place, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about your branding, what type of quality of service and people that you're getting in the airline.
all right, well, again, we pray that if you're taking a flight anytime soon, and Miss Miko flies all the time, we pray for her and everybody else just to get from point A to point B. You guys, sometimes I can't stand you guys. You guys complain about the miscellaneous things that happen with a flight, and you never think about the mental state of the goddamn pilot. Have you thought about this guy or this woman got enough rest last night? Are they okay? Did they argue with anybody? And a lot of you guys, you have the nerve to get off of that plane and that pilot is sitting right there and you don't even say thank you or acknowledge.
Always say thank you.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. If you walk, if you're listening to this show right now and you landed, the plane's landed, and you walk by that pilot and you don't say nothing like thank you, there is something. Matter of fact, if you're doing that, I don't want you listening to this show no more.
I'm waiting.
How dare you? How
He
dare
don't
you
mean
be
that.
so
We
rude?
want y'all to listen. He don't mean that.
No, I don't want you listening to this show.
Listen,
if you walk
he don't
past
mean
the
that.
pilot and you don't say thank you.
Thank you
Cindy,
for 20 stars. Thank you.
Cindy, do you say thank you to the pilot, SennyJ?
Yeah, if they come out, sometimes they're not always at. They're not.
Yeah, but
Cindy,
when they're out there, you say something?
Yeah, I say thank you because everybody makes you say it. Like that's your job.
Miss Miko, do you
say thank you to the stewardesses for sure? They're nice.
I always say thank you to the pilots.
And Miss Miko, let me ask you this question. It's a very simple question. You're a smart
I don't like the
woman.
clapping though. I don't like the applause.
Yeah, I don't like the clapping. The clapping is a bit much. I'm like, oh, calm down.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Miss Miko, you're a very smart woman. We know this. Let me ask you a simple question. Why do you thank the pilots, Miss Miko?
Because my life was in their hands, and they got me from point A to point B safely. So I always say thank you, and they get a thumbs up.
Thank you.
Not a thumbs up.
Yeah,
I make sure I go into the pilot's cabin and thank him before I get off the plane.
It's a bit much. I gotta get to baggage claim.
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta beat the crowd.
Cindy, you got the last word before the last word. And we see you tomorrow. Put a number 1 chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Put a number 2 if you didn't. Go ahead, Cindy. Last word, and then we go to the official last word.
You guys just have a great day. Stop watching porn today. That's my last word.
Go ahead, Miss Miko.
With Toxic Talk Thursday, I just want to tell everyone to breathe. It's just a bad day, not a bad life.
I like that. That's cute, Miss Miko.
I like that. Say that one, girl. Say that one more time, Miss Miko, if you don't mind.
Breathe. It's just a bad day, not a bad life.
Right. And I like to add something. Don't listen to the flight attendants. Just buckle your seatbelt. All the rest of that just doesn't even mean anything. Guys, we see you guys tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I want to see the hearts in the chat room right now. Shawn Harvey Morning Show Wake Up Team with these 2 queens, SennyJ and Miss Miko. Matter of fact, ladies, before we leave, let's give ourselves a round of applause. How about that?
Shout out to us.
Shout out to us.
Yay, us.
That's right. All right, we are out of here. We see you later.
Bye, guys.